Thank you.
This is nice. Tell me everything.
When did you know you loved someone? Like truly loved someone?
When you came into my life. Why?
This piece had a great sense of dry humor, as well as an interesting premise around sort of still being in the closet this late in life, especially when you're still maintaining a sort of straight image in your day-to-day life. I thought it created a lot of interesting comedic set points, and I thought that the piece had a really great self-awareness that gave it a sense of personality that I thought ended up working over the course of the runtime. It felt like, like a pilot episode of like an HBO type series, or where it's about people looking for love, or based around sex and drama. And I thought that the piece had a lot of interesting angles, even though it was navigating a space that's generally typical for this style of film, style of concept. I thought this piece had an interesting approach to it, mainly because of the main character, and the most of the actors I thought on screen were very excuse me, natural, and had a good sense of comedic timing and a good sense of back and forth banter, especially with his girlfriend, that I thought felt very realistic. So overall, I thought it was well done. It had a great look. I thought that felt very it created a sense of realism that made his journey more relatable, and I thought it had a generally a strong sense of humor, especially in the sort of the quiet and unstated moments.
Off the bat, I want to commend the scoring. I think it added a lot to the piece. It was fun, and I don't know, it was fun for me to watch, and a lot of the different shot choices. I love the ending with turning off the TV. I think it's really fun. On top of that, I think the story was really poignant. I think it was really interesting talking about, finding someone when you're meant to, and sometimes timing isn't great. I think the title "Topless" was fun and interesting for the subject matter at hand. Yeah, I think it pointed out a lot of great things about looking for relationships and being in a relationship, and all of the the in between moments that suck the most. It was really realistic. It had a great point of view. These two characters are really likable, and you want to see them find love, which is really all you can ask for in a story like this.
Great dialogue in the car between the mother and the son. I like the two shot of them from the front of the car. To me, it was not stilted conversation. It was very natural. I like that it didn't seem like one person saying their line and the next one saying theirs. There was some overlapping, which I really like to see in a film. It's more natural. Really nice performances by the leads, by all of the actors in this. I like the animation too. There was a spot where there was some animation used, which I really liked. Great scene outside on the picnic table with the two guys and the sunset. Such amazing lighting, beautiful scene. There was a line, he says, "For fuck's sake." And then the editing was great because it cut right after he says that, which was perfect. Made me laugh. Like, what the hell am I doing wrong? Great editing there. Just good editing throughout. But that scene stuck out to me. It was just perfect timing on that cut. It's so sad when he says to his mom, "I've just got so much to offer and give, but no one wants it." And then I love the line in that conversation where he says guys are like takeaway food. Some guys are like takeaway food. Lots of them. There's lots of them, and only good for the moment. So that was hilarious. I love it when the mom says that friendships are forever and guys are, and then he says like takeaway food, lots of them, and only good for the moment. I just feel for this guy who wants to give his love so badly, but I don't think he's really picking and choosing who he's loving.
A story where the protagonist does something seriously wrong, that being the sense of committing adultery with a close friend's partner. Um, Usually, you see that more in an antagonistic role, but seeing it from the protagonist and seeing how they learn from that and grow from that action, it was very interesting. It it very much humanizes the character, in the sense that we see their flaws, their insecurities, and it doesn't glorify what they did. It makes it very apparent that what they did was wrong, um, and by the end of the film, he finally sees just how much he hurt his friend. Um, I think that's a very nice message to convey, especially because there are people who have made mistakes, who have hurt people, uh, and I don't think they realize just how much owning up to that would mean for the person that they hurt.
Following a man as he tries to find love, and he has a best friend with him that he has ups and downs with, but is forgivable, and then a mom who's overly supportive. This really does feel like a great premise for a show. Say when they said they're going to watch Golden Girls, the dialogue is not Golden Girls, but from the TV, but guess they couldn't get the rights for that. They But this is a great premise. I'd love to follow this guy more and hope that eventually he would find love, and that it could be the whole series, him trying to find love, like the LGBTQ version of How I Met Your Mother. It's him trying to find who he belongs to and struggling with that.
And I love how they say that love will get to you in good time. You just have to wait for it. And then how they go to saying I love you too soon can make you lose love. It's just very natural, organic, very honest and relatable. I like how he talks to the camera at times, and that's a touch that I really liked. It was very refreshing, and it felt so it felt so natural. I like that touch, and I love the naturality of the dialogue as well, and the despair this character conveys for not finding love, being desperate and feeling lonely. Also doing things that might not be very well advised, almost losing his best friend. And they also very sensibly touch on sexual abuse, and that was an element that made this piece even more relevant. It was made very carefully. It was a comment, and it came from love to his son, that this is to her son. It's just very well done. Great casting and performances as well.
I like how we're introduced to the characters and we care about them right from the start and how their story unfolds, and it's just really humorous and relatable how the challenges that the characters face unfold. And I think it makes for a really lighthearted and sweet film.